to have Lee back in the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a good game, close scoring. We'd like to capitalize on a few of our chances, as I'm sure they would have as well. So, but hard-fought game. Both teams were playing tight, and second game in a row goes to overtime, and we just end up on the wrong side.
What was Montreal doing to, just kind of maybe stymie you guys a little bit, or was it just a matter of not capitalizing, not finishing on some of the chances?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we finish on a couple of our chances in the first, I think the game opens up a little bit and maybe we get going. But, Davian's a great goalie. She made some big saves when they needed them, and obviously Nick made some big saves for us. So it's a tight checking game. I don't know that it was something they were doing. I don't think we were quite as sharp as we were like last time when we played in here, when we were able to put up 6, where we were really connecting on passes and showing our speed and how fast we can play. So just one of those games. It was a tight checking game, and it came down to they made one more play than us.
How tough is it to see? Poulin is such a great hockey player, but to come out on the losing end twice now in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's not. It sucks, but that's one of those deals. So, we had looks. We had chances as well. We just got to finish, and she made a good play.
What did you think when you saw the spinorama? Like, what went through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, try to close. It's one of those things where it throws a goalie off. I think when you go to your backhand on trying to gauge how deep they are or how far they should be out. So, but she made it, like I said, she's a special player. There's no question. We just got to try to eliminate time and space on her as best we can. And, I don't love the turnover before that led to that. So, for me, it's just little things in a game will make a difference, and that certainly did.
Any final questions for Ken? Thanks, Ken.
On Lee, it was a great to have her back. There you go. Thanks, Abby.
Who would like to start us off with questions in the room? Kelly, can you take us through your goal?
Yeah, it was honestly, that wasn't too great in the face-off circle, so that was the biggest thing, and that was just trying to win the draw. And then we just got some good motion, and I'm not on the ice with Heisey too often, but I knew kind of her rolling that seam up top. She made a great shot, just a really smart dead angle shot, looking for a rebound, and was all along back door. So glad I could put that in there. I mean, it's a big point to get in overtime. So even though we lost, it's still an important point.
Nice? Go ahead. Is that a nice birthday present for your grandma?
It was, yeah. She makes it out to games when she can. The weather makes it a little bit hard, so she told me she'd be watching when I talked to her earlier today. So happy birthday.
Any milestone birthday at all for her, or just?
No, just everyone's a milestone at this point, right? Yeah, no, that's exciting.
Britta, on the 6-on-5 goal, it looked like you got to the rebound first, and I'm just curious how you were able to find Kelly open on the back door as opposed to just what's the thought, not jam it in there as opposed to
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of thoughts, kind of just whack at it. So somehow got through, and Kelly had a pretty open net, so.
Kelly, can you share some of the final points of emphasis in the last 2 games before break?
Yeah, I think our team can just come out with a little bit more energy. It felt like this game and our last game in New York, we just weren't quite as sharp as Coach alluded to, and I don't think we had the jump that we wished. So, again, we have a nice little chunk of time here at home to where we can hopefully get in a little bit of routine, and I think these next two games, 6 points in the line, are going to be really important ahead of the international break.
And then Britta, just staying consistent, you're one of the top scorers in the league. How have you kind of been maintaining that? And just what are some of your personal thoughts at this point in the season?
Yeah, I don't really feel like I'm playing a whole lot different than usual. I just try to focus on the same habits I've always done, and obviously I'm playing with good players. It helps when you can't really play with a bad player on the top 2 lines on our team. So I'm picking up points, but I'm just trying to put myself in the right place.
Any further questions?
How good is Poulin at hockey, but at the same time, how frustrating is it to see her make those type of plays when they're against you and your team?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret she's really good. I think that's something about this league, though, is every single night there's a player like that on the ice for both teams, and she is a very skilled, smart. I think that's something, too. She's just a really smart hockey player, so it's those highlight reel plays that she does, but it's also just the mundane things she does shift to shift. She just is always doing the right things, and she's just really hard to play against. But at the same time, I think every team in this league has a player like that or close to it that you got to be, watching out for when they're on the ice.
Britta, you hit a post, and I know there are other opportunities in the game, obviously, to try and tie the game up, does frustration start to set in at a point, or is it just kind of keep jumping over the boards and going again?
Yeah, I mean, I think any game you could find things to be frustrated about, but I don't know. I thought we still were getting chances, so you try not to get too worried about it until it's after the game, and then you can go back and look at those things. But like we got a goal late in the third period, so at that point it doesn't really matter.
Talking about last couple games before break, is it sort of like, how do I get to the Olympics first? Like, because that's on the horizon for both of you. Or is it harder to stay focused on these when that's on the horizon, or is it the other way around?
I don't think we're too focused on anything besides what's in front of us here. We know we can't take the next 2 games off because points are obviously huge and it's a tight race. So I would say every international player is focusing on their P-Dub team and putting themselves in a good spot.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's something going into the season that all of us that were, trying to make these teams were really cognizant of making sure our body's in the right place as well. And I think that's a big part of it, is just taking care of all the things. But at the end of the day, too, like, playing in these games is the best preparation that you can have. So if you're doing, like Britta talked about, having the good habits, playing the same way, that's what's going to help prepare us for, playing in Milan. And I think it's crazy that it's 9 days away till we leave. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're here, so we've got to be here.
Any final questions?
Maybe everyone on the ice was also on the national team for the goal tonight. How does that, being on both teams and getting kind of the double practices, does that help?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you have that level of talent on the ice and one team has 6 people and the other has 5, it's a big, advantage having that extra person. And I think it was kind of roles reversed when we played them in Montreal, where they got that tying goal late. So again, there's just so much talent in this league that, when you get really high level skilled smart hockey players on the ice together, it's really hard to play a man down.
Any final questions? Thank you both.
Thanks.
Thank you.